Hey, welcome everyone. It's been a while since I went live, a couple weeks I think, almost 2 weeks. Doing a landscape tonight. I'm ready to relax. I've been busy, that's why I haven't been on. I'm gonna do it on this mixed media paper. We'll see how it comes out. I've been doing other abstract art, so I'm gonna do. I haven't been recording it because I haven't really mastered it yet. But I'm gonna try and use up this paint. I do have some dark green, yellow ochre, and burnt umber, black, white, and colors there. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully everybody's doing good. It's been a while since I've painted a landscape. I hope I didn't forget to do it. Do something different so we get some kind of image in there right off the bat. I'll use a fan brush. I'm looking for my fan brush. There it is. I'm going to use a fan brush and we're going to like a picture right now with burnt umber. Okay. Just put a little burnt umber on your brush and I want to make my mountains big. So when I mean big, I mean big. I want like big peaks in here. Maybe I'll bring this one in front. Very large peaks. I think I'm going to run a river. So what I'll do is run some land down here. Actually, that can be the river. Oops. Grab some. Bring a river from way back here and widen it out down here. This is going to be, I'll have the light coming from the right side. There we go. Simple layout. There's going to be a lot of bushes down here with big trees in here, so that's a good way to just get started. This is acrylic paint. I'm going to start out with actually putting some blue sky up there. And I'm mixing blue and white together. And you're not going to believe it. I'm going to put a little green in there with it. And when I do the clouds, it'll really make the clouds look really cool. Here's a little green in the blue. This is Jenkins green. We'll just put it in the sky here. You won't even notice, but it does make the sky look really cool. Lighten up around the mountain here with some white. If you've ever seen me paint before, I like to get the first layer of paint down, this undertone, which is what I'm doing right now. This will all get over. This is just the undertone. Now I'm going to do the mountains next and work my way down. I'll usually use just a gray, dark gray for my mountain. Almost sometimes on the black side because I want the mountains dark so I can put a lighter color on it. I'm going to have this mountain out in front of that one in the back. I'm going to keep that one in the distance there. I'll have it, this one over that one. And we'll bring this mountain down a little so it looks like it's going off into the ditch over here. This is gray, mixture of black and white. We'll put a little white down here at the bottom. Yeah, it's been a while since I did a landscape. I've been working on this cool abstract stuff that I came up with, man. It's pretty wicked. You should go check out my shorts. I've got a few of the shorts on there of what I'm doing. And they're really coming out really good. All right, that's going to be my mountains. It's a good start. I'm going to put some yellow ochre. I think it's yellow ochre, more like yellow ochre with some burnt umber in it. Just below the mountains here. And we're going to put a little turquoise in it. I could see it. It looks pretty cool with the little turquoise. A little turquoise color in it to give it there. I'm losing my river, so I'm going to put it back in with, I'll put it in with white for now. Maybe I'll grab some blue and put a little blue down so it kind of looks like water. Kind of painting roofs. This is almost like when you do a landscape, you don't have to be really detailed. Just the idea of I mean, it looks pretty cool. The one thing I don't like about, paper, you can get these ripples in there. Let me try and get rid of that. And you get these strange shadows on there from the light. Try and get it to lay flat. Not focusing. Vicky, how you doing? Shinamimi. Shinamimi. English or Spanish? I know a little Spanish. Hola. Hello, everyone. Panda de gato. Something the cat. All right, so here I'm going to make this dark green. I'll mix a little yellow ochre and green, and we'll get a different color green down here. So it looks like maybe grass. All right, there's my underpaint. So it's pretty much all the first layer of paint is done. All right, I'm going to put this big brush, filbert brush. I just did all that work with this brush, but it's too big, so it's time to move on to a smaller brush. What I'm going to do, since there's a few of you watching, I'm going to put a tree in real quick so it keeps your interest. Actually, let me do the mountains real quick. I should do the mountains with a knife. Let me try it. So I'm going to have the light coming from the right. We'll use a knife to put some color up here. Like I said, you don't have to get detail with it. Let's just put some lighter color on the right side of these peaks first, just to get something going on. And what I like to do is look at it. You can already see the mountains taking shape. See that? Looks pretty good. Just by throwing up there. And now you can kind of adjust your mountains any way you want by putting some light color anywhere on this mountain. I'm going to make that like a light blue, the shadow side. This side here, we'll use like a light blue. I'm going fast because I do have to go to work morning pretty early, so let's get this done in under an hour if I can. Looks pretty good. If you're not used to a knife, you can use a brush up there. But the knife, I think the knife would look more like a mountain. Wow. I'm getting some bad light because this is on paper and it's really making it ripple up. Let's throw a tree in there real quick. I think it'll change the whole look of the painting. All right, let's throw a tree. Let's throw one tree over here that goes up to the sky over that mountain, kind of coming out of the painting a little bit. This is a green with black in it, so it's dark. So I use a dark green because then the color that's in the back really easy covers. Look at that. Pretty cool. what I'm going to do is have some like shrubs here. And I want to have some trees coming out of those there. My brush is kind of old, so let me put them over here. I'm going to have a big tree over here. So what I'm going to do is put these trees more in the center. And I'm not trying for detail. I'm just putting color up there to make it look like a tree. Doesn't have to be perfect. You'll fill in all the imperfections, the viewer's eye. You just kind of want to put something in there that looks like trees. That's why I like landscapes. You don't really have to, you don't have to be really detailed for landscapes. Let's put some bushes down here around the water. And on this side as well. You can see I'm just throwing color down there. I'm not, I'll highlight them to make them look lighter. I like to put all my trees in with a dark color, then I'll highlight it with a lighter color. Wow. Look at that. Once you start putting trees in there, it really takes shape. Get this one kind of fix the top a little. It looks there we go. There's let's do the clouds next. I have a real easy way that I do my clouds. I'm just going to use white and I'm going to stamp in the top part of a cloud here, just the top part of it, and then I'll pull to the left, just the bottom part. Really easy clouds with the acrylic paint. If you just pull the bottom over very lightly, you want to leave some of that of the sky poke through because it's going to help with putting the shadows in there. Once I put some shadows, there's a lot of, if you're new at art, you got to work on your placement of your clouds. It takes time to, takes a few paintings to understand where to place your clouds. The one thing is you bring them to the edge. Start from the edge, bring them in, or from here and go out. Because if you just have clouds here in the middle, it doesn't look good. You want to fill your sky up with clouds. Look at that. I'm showing you a quick way to paint here. 20 minutes to do all that, and I designed it, you know, from mind. It's looking pretty good. I'll show you another trick I like to do right around the top of the mountains. Just take a little titanium white on like a round brush. This is a number 6. And we're going to bring some white right next to the peaks. Almost like outlining the edge of the mountain with white. It's going to actually make the mountain stand out a little more, and then it's going to look like clouds rolling over the top of the peaks. Just titanium white. You could use any color. If you want to use a put a little red in there, you could make that pink and make it look like a sunset. You could go around the tree too to give it some kind of design, you know, if you want. Just like that. If you notice the mountains, the white kind of soaked in, so do is re-hit the top of the mountains. With some titanium white to brighten them up again. There we go. There we go. Now it looks like snow again up there. I'm going to put a dark color under here so it looks like maybe a ridge here. Do 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 do. All right, it's looking good. Well, I got 3 likes already. Ed, how you doing? I've been putting a little TikTok there. You'd probably notice that. Doing that crazy abstract stuff. It's coming out pretty good though. We'll put a drip on these. I'm going to try some yellow ochre down here. That looks good. Wow, I'm really digging that. I'm going to have to get a different brush. What I want to do is put some distant trees out here, but they have to be really small. This brush is too big for that. I'll try this brush, but it's too big. All right. There it is. I'm looking for my angle brush. I think I'm going to try an angle brush back here. We just need a little bit of color back here to make it look like trees. We'll pull up a little bit. Do 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 do. Very cool. I'm really digging this. Sorry I'm not talking too much. I'm still kind of tired. I'm thinking about making that like a dead tree. We'll see. I'm just trying to put it in like this. I'll try something different. I want to put a tree here. Got in here. Ruben's here. Yeah, I know how to juggle too, actually. Good to see you, Ruben. I kind of got an easy day tomorrow. I have to go in. Believe it or not, at Michael's we're already getting Christmas stuff in, and I got to build this thing that holds all the Christmas Limax stuff tomorrow, which is kind of weird that we're already putting this thing up. Christmas display. They're called DAs is what we call them, and it's almost like putting a Rector set together. But they're kind of fun. I'd rather do that than stock all the items. All right, this is looking good for 5 minutes. Wow. Ooh. I think it's time for some rocks. I haven't done rocks for a while. Put some rocks right here. Yeah, what was your idea? I like to hear ideas. right. Yeah, that sounds cool. Like have some railroad tracks maybe going off into the distance or something, or up, like going up a hill or around a hill with maybe part of the train showing. I need to start getting more into, I don't know if you notice, I always paint just nature stuff. But I got to start learning, I got to start putting things in my paintings. Like one thing I'm always thinking is like a castle back here or something. But I just like to do nature. But I've been doing fences, putting fences in. So it's changing. But yeah, that's a good idea, man, honestly, because my father was really into trains. It was one of his big hobbies. When I was a kid in Chicago, almost everybody had set up like these trains down in their basement. Train sets. In fact, where's my train? Yeah, I got when my father passed away. I mean, he had so many train sets. They gave me one from the Baltimore and Ohio train. They gave me the engine. In memory of my dad. Paint the front of that coming down a railroad track. Baltimore and Ohio. It was an actual train back in the 40s and 50s that ran, I think it ran to Chicago as well. That's got to be darker. I got ivory black down here, and when you use ivory black, it doesn't really get too dark. You got to use Mars black. Maybe I'll use just a dark blue here. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. There we go. We got some rocks. We finished the water. I think if I put some in the water, I think it'll look better. Wow, this is really coming together good. It's so cool, to take a little break from paint and come back to it. It makes it all fresh again. But I guarantee the paintings I've done, landscapes, for the last 3 years, you won't find one that looks like this. I guarantee you. They always come out a little different. What I like about landscapes. Let's try putting some shadows in today. Let's see. Uh, Very cool. I've always wanted to run a log across the water, so might as well do it since we'll do it uh, right about here. Do 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 do. Ah, guess what I found, guys? My liner brush. Really cool one that I used to like. I might have to get some Mars Black. I don't think this Ivory Black's gonna work. Well, if I put it on white, it'll work. But look how cool this brush. It works a lot better. It's easier to put the birds in. I'm really digging this. Try the green. Try green. Yep. Yeah, those are all good ideas. I'll do. I've done like an orange sky with water and a beach before. I'll do one for you. I'll show you. They're pretty easy to do. But believe it or not, I mean, people like that kind of art where it's just a simple sunset with an orange sky, with the ocean and a beach. I mean, you have to use the good paint for that, though. The expensive acrylic paint, because if I use this kind of paint on a simple painting, it won't look as good. That's why I like doing landscapes. You can do it with I'm using like level 1 paint here, and it still looks good. For landscapes. Boo. Let's see if I wiggle in a trail in here somewhere. Mm. There we go. Something like that. I just want to have a lot of snow up on these peaks. I'm really digging this for coming after about a week and a half. So I'm going to try putting some leaves on those trees. See what happens. Thinking just a touch. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bow. Ugh. I finally got over my leg cramp, guys. Getting Actually took a couple weeks to finally get it out of my head. Those leg cramps, they're no joke, man. So the coolest thing about it, I found out that I love Greek yogurt, man. That Greek yogurt is something else. I was never a yogurt person, and now I love that yogurt, man. Yeah, potassium. But the other thing is, I was I don't want to talk about my medical condition, but I did start taking blood pressure pills a month ago, and they didn't warn me that I was supposed to keep up on my potassium. I wish they would have told me. But now everything seems to be in sync. I'm actually doing a little more detail work than usual. Yep, bananas. That's what Lisa always tells me. Buy some bananas. Lisa's my bandmate. Band we play in. Magnolia Steel and Rick and Lisa. She's the other half. Yeah, I'm really digging this. All right, well, I got a bunch of colors down here, so might as well pop in some roses down here. Well, I don't know if you would find roses in out on a river, would you? I've never roses out there. Looks good. The red on top of that green. I don't know what I'm gonna do, guys. I think I'm gonna join up with Etsy again, or find out what YouTube uses. I think YouTube recommends these art channels uh, that they're partners with. It's not Etsy though, I don't think. But I might be able to put my abstract work on there to try and some prints. I'm thinking more like posters, uh, rather than pieces of art like what do they call those clays? You could really get some good prints, but they're expensive. You know, it's crazy. Like, you can go get a print on a, say I wanted to print this on a larger canvas. Man, they would charge like almost 150 bucks for it, like on a canvas that's uh, 30 inches. It would, I mean, it's better quality than I've had stuff printed on Etsy before, and it was actually pretty good quality. I'll show you one of my abstracts. I tried to sell this on Etsy. I actually, I actually bought that myself to see what it would look like. It's pretty big. And what I did, I sent the image to the company, and then if somebody wanted it, they would just print it on demand and then send this to the person's house. So, but it's on like a canvas. I got an art Saturday, so that's going to be fun here in Magnolia. This is looking pretty good. I want to add more stuff to it. Let's see. I don't like the rocks. I'm gonna fix the rocks up a little bit. Do 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 do. Ba-da-da-now, ba-da-na-na-na-now. Oh man, maybe I should go down to the fish market one weekend and do a live down there, the one where they throw the fish. I could do a whole live down there. There's a lot of cool stuff in there at Pier 56, Pier 57. And they're really doing a good job down there. Ever since after COVID, they've been remodeling that thing. They're actually remodeling it during the whole time while everything was shut down. So they did a lot of good work down there. They're trying to make it similar to the boardwalk there, and there's not going to be any cars except for, I think, taxis down there, and it's going to mostly be walking traffic, so you won't have to worry about getting hit by a car. Seattle, known they have this one shop down there. It's huge, where people are in there selling things that they made. It's all handmade stuff. I was thinking about selling my art in there, but it's so hard to get a booth in there. They require you to be there, I think, every day. So I'd have to hire someone because I wouldn't want to be down there every day. Uh, but it has to be handmade stuff. So there's a lot of people that make jewelry in there and stuff like that. Clothing, t-shirts. I don't know if this would be cast in a... I'm going to put it in there anyway. Yeah, I know. My mom's there in Broken Arrow. They've been trying to get out of there for 20 years. And they had a close call last year. They've had their house on the market for probably 10 years, and someone finally uh, was going to buy their house and they were able to get out of there, but then they backed out on the deal. Think of worse places to be stuck at. I know how it is when you're young. It's really hard to get out on your own. You kind of get in and you get comfortable, and yeah, Tulsa, they have sports there too. I mean, Seattle's got almost got everything now. They just need to get a basketball team back. Aubrey, yeah, a little late, but we're just chatting because I haven't been on for a week and a half. If you can think of something to put in here, I'll throw it in there real quick. I did this one. This is that mixed media paper. It's a little different, but I mean, you still get pretty good results. I could put a fence in there. Put some fence. I've been doing that lately. The Goodyear blimp, yeah. Or UFO. I haven't done a UFO yet. Let's put a little pink in the sky. How's that? That's real easy. Uh, I'll put pink like right through here. I think that'll look good actually. If you ever do this, all you need to do is get a wash. My brush is really wet with water, and you just gotta wash it on there where you want the sky to be pink. You can even go over the stuff that's dry. This is already dry. You just go over it. You can make the sky look totally different. See that? Wow, that actually looks pretty good. We'll bring that sky down a little more here. Like it's like around like this. Look at that. That really added some color. Now we got to put some pink down here now. Thinking about let's put a fence right here. It would kind of keep maybe the cows out of the water. Or some kind of sign, no fishing. I like that. So maybe we'll light up the back of some of these clouds. Just a little. You don't want too much color in your sky. That red, that even pink is overpowering. If you put too much, just wet your brush and you can wash it down a little bit with water. All right, I like that. That added a little bit of color to it. Well, cool. I'm glad you guys showed it. I gotta work early in the morning, so I'll be back on after work probably around 11 in the morning my time. Let's be back. This was really fun doing this. Let's try putting some effects on here. All right, guys, have a good night. Ruben, good seeing you again. Aubrey, have a good one. Still here. Have a good night. Thanks, everybody.